Hey Mira, why didn't you tell her? Oh wait, no. Hey Mira, why didn't you tell her? Sibel could have been a big help, you know. Yeah, but I didn't know if we'd get in trouble or not if we told her. I also didn't... If we did tell her, she would help, and then we would get in a lot of trouble. But now that she's not here to help us, we're gonna die to a dragon. I'd rather die to the dragon. Anyway. Besides, I think we can handle it. We've done pretty good so far. Maybe, but we're talking about a dragon. That isn't exactly on the same level as a pixie or a mermaid in terms of power. Yeah, but we're awesome. As if there isn't any flaw in that logic. Trust me, it'll work out. Alright, I hope you're right. Anyway, we should go to planning if you're up for it. I nod. I'm dead tired, but it'd be nice to get at least a few strategies in my head before I go to sleep. Odette is the only one that's particularly helpful. I suggest a few things, but she builds on them or suggests things that are obviously better. We keep it up for a few hours before calling it a night. We spend a good amount of time preparing before we begin our climb towards the peak. It takes us a couple of hours to get high enough to be in dragon territory, but I hardly notice. It's all coming too fast since I'm dreading it. We decided to go with a plan that relied on potions rather than magic, so that I could save my energy for an emergency. It's going to burn through most of my stock, but it's not like anyone is going to buy them anyway. I've gone and depressed myself again. Hey, cheer up. Easy for you to say. It took me so long to get these potions right. Yeah, but it's better to use them up and live than to save them and get roasted by the dragon. I know. I'll help you make them all once I get my magic back, okay? It'll be alright. Thanks. Odette blushes slightly, looking a bit happy. No problem. I'm not exactly sure how to respond, so I go quiet. Neither does Odette, apparently, because she does the same. It's probably for the best, since we stumbled upon a large cave carved into the mountainside a few minutes later. You think? Odette nods and whispers her answer back to me. Yeah, it's definitely a prime spot for a dragon to live. The two of us creep closer until we're at the mouth of the cave. We can actually hear the dragon inside snoring. I can't believe our luck. Still, I think it's a little too optimistic to think that it will stay that way once we prick it with a knife. Odette looks at me as if to say, here goes nothing, and then pulls the knife. She gives me a moment to stop her, but I don't. I just try to come up with a plan on what to do if the dragon wakes up in a bad mood. Well, waking up to being poked and bled might give you a sour mood. I don't know about... I'm certain it would give me a sour mood. A big fire-breathing dragon, I'm pretty certain would feel the same. Odette takes a deep breath and then does the deed. She slips the knife in between a set of scales, and soon enough a thin stream of blood runs down its belly. Odette quickly collects some of the blood in an empty potion bottle as the dragon's eyelids flip open. Odette. I know. I just need a bit more. Ah! Look at the pretty dragon, though. Look at the pretty dragon. I rummage through my pack and grab a potion as the dragon adjusts its neck to look at us. I see the one I'm looking for and then throw it on the ground frantically. When it breaks, a thick fog spreads, obscuring the dragon's sight and its sense of smell thanks to the scent-masking addition suggested by Odette. Unfortunately, it also obscures our senses too. I move through the fog, but instead of finding Odette, I find only rocks. With a few more steps, I can see light from the cave's exit. I imagine Odette will be making her way there too, but what if she needs my help? Head for the light and hope Odette is making her way out, or head back and find Odette before leaving. I think that we're going to head back and find Odette before leaving, because if we just hope that she comes out, she could get seriously hurt. Though this might put us in more danger. I don't know. We could die. But we're gonna do it anyway. I head back into the cave searching for Odette, my hands extended out to feel my way around. Luckily, instead of scales, the first thing I feel is Odette's clothes. I think it's her sleeve. I work my way down her arm and find her hand. I grab it and then pull her along, trying to get us both back to the exit. Eventually, we're back outside. The fog doesn't reach here, and I can finally see more than what's directly in front of me. Still, now is no time to stop. I increase my pace, and Odette follows suit as we try to get away from the scene. If we're lucky, we can get away before the dragon is able to figure out that we were the ones who cut him. Oh, we made it. We don't stop until we reach my house. Once I close the door safely shut behind me, I collapse to my knees and sigh in relief. I was so worried. Yeah, what happened to Miss Confident, who was so sure that we'd be able to get through it? Well, it's a lot easier to say that when you aren't around a gigantic dragon. And, well, when I couldn't see you, I couldn't help but panic a bit. I mean, I could use my magic if worst came to worst, but I had some of your potions. I probably would have figured something out. Still, I'm happy you were worried about me. She leans in and pecks me on the cheek as a gesture of her gratitude. Okay, you might be misinterpreting that. Though, considering her earlier confession, it's not hard to think it was more than just to show her thanks. We both blush brightly before Odette breaks up the awkward tension with a reminder. Well, I suppose we should get on that potion, huh? Can't wait to have my magic back. Oh, yeah. I had forgotten that we still had to do that. Don't worry, you'll do fine. I'm sure of it. Well, I'm going to give it my all anyway. I give Aaron a call on the Mira and get all the details before starting on the potion. Both Odette and Aaron offer their advice when I look a little lost. Thanks to their assistance, I eventually managed to create a potion that looks to be correct. That's what you thought last time? So, hopefully, well, I hope this works. I do too. I hand the bottle of green liquid over to Odette. She swirls the liquid around once and puts it to her lips. When she's done drinking, she waits a moment for the effects to set in. However, instead of becoming happy, she frowns. Something's wrong. Are you sure? I can't feel my magic. It didn't work. But I could have sworn that Mira did everything right. She did. I was watching too. I know she didn't do anything wrong. She followed all the steps perfectly. Then, was it the wrong antidote? Odette looks at Aaron in an accusing manner. Hey, it's not my fault. The flower was the only off ingredient, so this potion has to be the antidote. Unless, maybe the flower was fine. Maybe the thing that was off about my potions was my thoughts. I think so too. See, I called it. I did call it. I said that it seems like that would be a problem, and it is a problem. Maybe. Your thoughts? Yeah, potions can change depending on the feelings you put into them. I blush, a bit ashamed of myself. It's true, I don't meet Odette's gaze when I confess. And I was thinking bad things about your magic abilities. There's a moment of silence between us before Aaron thankfully chimes in. Ah, I see. If that's the case, then the solution is a lot simpler. All you have to do is give Odette a heartfelt apology. What? But we did all that work in vain, then? Well, yeah, I guess so. Both Odette and I glare at Aaron. Hey! If you had told me up front about that, I would have had you try it before sending you off to go gather some ultra-rare ingredients. So stop scolding me and get going on your apology. Right. When I think about it, I wouldn't have been able to give Odette a sincere apology at the start of our crazy ingredient quest. But now, yeah, I think I can do it. When I made that potion, I let jealousy get the best of me. I hated that you were always able to beat me, and I was frustrated that I never seemed to get any better. I guess it's not your fault that you're good at magic. I just have to accept that, and I have to accept that it will be probably always harder for me to learn magic than it is for you. But that's okay. We all have our different paces, and just because you're faster doesn't mean I'm going to let you be better. I'm going to become stronger than you, all slow and steady like. You might be getting a little off topic, Mira. Oh, right. The point is, I'm sorry and I take back what I thought when I made that potion. I want you to have your powers back. Odette smiles at me warmly. Before I can wonder if it has worked, she shows me by creating a small light in the palm of her hand. It worked. It really worked. Good. I'm glad. And I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Don't be. I mean, we did have to go through a bunch of crud because of it, but I'm actually kind of glad. She blushes and fidgets slightly. Well, we're done here, so I'm going to hang up now. You two take care, okay? Yeah, we will. Later, Aaron. Aaron nods and then exits the mirror. That just leaves Odette and I. So, what now? Huh? What do you mean? Well, I've got my powers back, so you probably want me to go home, huh? I mean, you put up with me for a few days. You're probably tired of me by now, right? No, not really. Actually, having company is really nice. Things can get pretty dull with nobody around. So, you can actually stay as long as you want and visit whenever. I'm okay with it. Even after what I told you? She must be talking about her confession. It's true that I wasn't sure how to feel about it at first, but I've been thinking about things since then. Yeah. Actually, can I try something? I guess. I lean in and kiss her. Her lips are unbelievably soft. She's clearly surprised for the first few seconds, but then she relaxes. She kisses me back, and my heart actually starts to race. It doesn't feel weird at all. I thought it might, but it doesn't. It feels natural, and I end up kissing her again. When we finally part, we're both blushing brightly. It was good for you too, right? She nods shyly. Odette, you should just stay. Maybe forever. If you want to, of course. It's a little early to be making a commitment like that, isn't it? I guess you're right. I know she's just stating the facts, but I feel a bit rejected. But I don't see the harm in trying. If you find you can't stand me, you can always kick me out later, right? I could, but I have a feeling that I'm not going to. I lean in and kiss her again. She smiles and then wraps her arms around my shoulders before leaning into it. Ending 5. Relationship. Aw, that's cute. Credits. Writing, art, and programming by Silver Hyena. Music by Kevin MacLeod. And so many things. Renpy. Yes. Thank you for playing. That was really cute. Aw. So, yeah, that has been Mira's Magical Mishap, where it was in fact magical and in fact a mishap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really did. So, thank you for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.